Welcome, movie watchers. Today we're going to talk about the new Netflix animated series, A Tale Dark and Grim. Hansel and Gretel stumble upon other stories, fairy tales written by the brothers Grimm. I enjoyed the different versions of Hansel and Gretel. We've got some really weird ones over the last couple of years. But this animated series is based off of a popular book for kids and takes the story of Hansel and Gretel and incorporates other classic Grimm stories within it over a course of 10 episodes. So we see in the beginning of this story, Hansel and Gretel and something that happens to them. They go on this journey over the next 10 episodes to kind of uncover the truth about what had happened in the first episode. In the first episode, their heads are cut off by their parents. And so we go on this journey of them, trying to find a family, but also trying to be independent and grow as characters, and also uncover, why did our parents cut off our heads? This is an interesting series. As each episode went on, I found myself enjoying the story and the characters a lot more. And the characters have a chance to grow, because they are often on their own. They are put into predicaments throughout the series where they are tested and they put their trust in the people. They're not very trustworthy people. They encounter witches, warlocks, dragons, and even the devil himself. As they are stumbling through the forest, they're learning the true meanings of these fairy tales, and it's interesting the way that they incorporate these other fairy tales into their story. And we have these three crows that are narrating the story as Hansel and Gretel are going on this journey. And I think they inject a lot of humor within it. It's not super funny, but they inject that right amount of humor and really shaking up some of the story. This is a little bit of a morbid series. I was surprised very early on with some of the things that they did cover. They covered things from people dying, kids' heads being chopped off, stealing souls from people. They don't show it in the animated form. Instead, they kind of have like this silhouette drawing that is showing what is happening. So they just don't show everything similar to the other style of the animated series. They do it in kind of more of an easygoing way, but I was surprised with how morbid this series does get. Eventually even going to hell and seeing the devil torture people. I was surprised with what this series did cover. But as we are watching this journey of Hansel and Gretel, I found myself just more interested in watching them grow as characters, even to the point where they don't want to be treated like children anymore. They've gone through so much that they want to be spoken the truth. No going back and forth, just give us what it is and we can move on from that. And I like how these characters grow from beginning to end, because in the beginning they're afraid to even be alone and they feel like they need a family. But as they encounter all of these creatures and witches and warlocks, they become more independent. And that progression is so well done that you just want to watch these characters grow in front of you. You just want to be invested in their story. And that's how I felt about halfway through the series. As these characters are put in these predicaments, I'm more interested in seeing how they're going to overcome it. And just adds to their characters so well. This animated series also looks really good, from the various different characters in here to the silhouette scenes of the more morbid moments, to hell, to all of the different fairy tale creatures. I think it looks really good. And they utilize a lot of the flashy moments and bright scenes to, make it feel like it's a fairy tale series. But also it's by Brothers Grimm. And so there's also some really dark moments in here that are handled very well with. This also has a solid voice cast with Nicole Byer, Jonathan Banks, Adam Lambert, Ron Funches, and Rainey Rodriguez and Andre Robinson. Each voice actor really adds a lot to their character, especially Nicole Byer, which I thought was hilarious in the beginning of the series. But each new character we do get, a voice actor is right there to just provide the right amount of energy to the character. So A Tale Dark and Grim I thought was an interesting series with incorporating so many different fairy tales in it, and Hansel and Gretel learning the truth behind them all, while also learning to be independent and growing as characters was really fun. yes, it's twisted and gory for kids, I thought it was just a really enjoyable series that I always wanted to continue. There was never a moment in the series that I thought this is really boring, it's stupid, it's dull. I'm not invested in it anymore. It just grew on me every single episode. It's not the best Netflix animated series I have ever seen, but it's one that I wanted to invest my time in. So before I give you my score for A Tale Dark and Grim, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give A Tale Dark and Grim a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for A Tale Dark and Grim. Have you guys seen it on Netflix? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.